but technically putting me out of the cage before Booker, to me, I'm sorry, bro. That's a great story. Bro, the very following show, I gave the belt up.
Fellas, so this one is for the man. See that right there? Where I'm pointing to? This right here is the WCW. This is the big gold belt right here. The WCW World Heavyweight Champion. And those right there are the guns to pay the funds, ladies and gentlemen. Vince Russo. So we had another show. We talked about the polarization of Vince Russo. All right, this is another polarizing element of Vince Russo, and that is the moment that Vince Russo became WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Ric Flair, baby, Dusty Rhodes, baby, Sting. And the fourth person in the Mount Rushmore of WCW World Heavyweight Champions, Vince Russo. Did you get any heat from that, my man?
Did I what?
Did you get any heat for being WCW World Heavyweight Champion?
I got worse than heat. I almost got killed by Bill Goldberg. You know, people fail to mention that, bro. Bro, listen. I am a storyteller. That's what I've always been, bro. And the story of Goldberg almost murdering me, but technically putting me out of the cage before Booker, to me, I'm sorry, bro. That's a great story. Bro, the very following show, I gave the belt up. I said I had nothing more to prove. I told everybody I could kick Booker's backside. I don't know if people just don't have a sense of humor. I don't know if people just don't like good storytelling. I thought that was a very good story. I thought it was a great finish to a match. Obviously, bro, the next night I gave the belt up because Vince Russo was not going to be champion. But, bro, it was all about that day, Chris, and Paige could tell you. Bro, it was all about the swerve. It was all about things happening that are not supposed to happen. That's what it was all about, because then all of a sudden you create, oh, my God, what are they going to do now? How are they going to get out of this? What are they going to do next? So everything was all about keeping people at the edge of their seats, not knowing what we were going to do, not being able to call it 3 weeks in advance, and just tell good stories. But, I never in my wildest imagination thought wrestling purists would take it like as serious as they did, bro. To the point that, bro, it doesn't get recognized in the record books. Like, Leo, all the other ones, like, come on, bro. It's television. I thought it was good television. I don't regret it. And I would do it again. And it was never meant for me to have a run as WCW champion.
If I'm not mistaken, Vince McMahon was the WWE champion and the ECW champion, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. I mean, Paige, you were there when your colleague and friend Vince Russo won the WCW Championship. How was the backstage atmosphere with Vince Russo at the helm of the talent roster at that moment?
Well, let me ask you first, Vince, and I think it was Arquette was first, right? Arquette won before this, right?
Chris would know. Chris, who won first, me or Arquette?
Arquette won the Triple Cage, right?
Yeah, Triple Cage.
Yeah. Because Jared did the guitar shot, right?
Actually, Yeah.
I swear. Yeah, I don't remember. I
I
honestly.
thought that Jared did the guitar shot on the top. Well, it was Thunder, right? Then he went on Thunder.
When
Yeah,
Arquette went over, it was a SmackDown. I don't think it was a Nitro.
it was a tag match.
I think it was. Might have been a Nitro, but I don't remember.
I thought it was a Thunder that he won it.
It was a Thunder because of the building. I remember the building. Big show.
Arquette won it on Thunder, April 25th, 2000 in Syracuse. Vince, you won it on September 25th, 2000. So about 5 months later.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay. So
Right.
knowing the story that Vince was telling that night, and we'd gone through that, and I tried to argue and change the minds, but I couldn't do that. And so I never forget telling Arquette, he goes, so what are we doing tonight? We're walking. And I said, they're going to put the world title on you. And he goes, and I said, no, I'm serious. And swear to God, he went, no, they can't. I go, that's what I said. And he said, well, I can't do that. I go, here's your choice. You either do it or you don't do it. And if you don't do it, then you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And he went, am I really going to be the world champion? I go, that's what I hear. He goes,
Did I start?
and all the people who were really pissed off about that, the craziness that happened because of that, there's not one of those people, not one of them, who are wrestling fans who wouldn't have done the exact same thing.
Correct.
If they were lucky enough to be in that spot. And that people, the money that he made off that pay-per-view, which was like 10 grand, he wasn't doing it. He did it because he loved it. But he got a payoff. He gave that to Melanie Pillman.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah, and they put that documentary that he did, You Can't Kill David Arquette.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And young Brian Pillman thanked him.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
That's who David Arquette really is. And when he did You Can't Kill, if anybody ain't seen You Can't Kill David Arquette, you got to see it. Because I thought he was crazy when he told me he was going to do that. And he asked me if I would help him, and do something in the movie with him and do the Yoda thing. And we had fun with it. And when I saw his reaction over those, it was around the Mania time, I think he was wrestling in some shows.
WCW, I think he was wrestling.
People loved him. They really loved him, and they appreciated him, especially coming back and trying to prove, hey, I'm really working at it. So storytelling at that moment, I knew it wasn't going to be he wasn't doing a run. Did I think it was a good thing? Not myself personally, but bottom line, when it came down to it, he was doing it, and Vince was always trying to give something to somebody that they didn't see coming. But Goldberg, we all know Goldberg lost his mind a couple times. But I want to tell anybody, if you haven't seen Evil, the Evil with that Hulk's Evil that they just had, I guess, last whatever night they played the last one. Mr. Russo's on that. He does a hell of a job. And what I love about Russo, no matter what, when he believes in something, he's going down with it or he's going up with it. He's not, he's not backing off. He's not doing this shit. This is why I did it, and I'm sticking to my guns. If you don't like it, no problem. I liked it. That's why I did it. So.
Yep.
That's it.
100%.
That's it.
Yeah. And Arquette was to promote Ready to Rumble, right?
And that's what really makes it in our business.
Yeah.
Fiction.
Yeah.
When you're all 100% in, and you go with that.
Yeah.
Bro, the best part, again, people, to me, sometimes people just take wrestling way too seriously, because my favorite part of that story was, so Arquette wins the title in a tag match, pins Bischoff in a fluke. My favorite part of the story is when he realizes he's now the world heavyweight champion and doesn't want any part of it. To me, that's my bro. Who becomes the heavyweight champion and doesn't want any part of it? To me, that was the best part of the story, bro.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, that was to promote. That was like in conjunction with Ready to Rumble, right?
Yeah,
right around the same time. Yeah.
And that's when momentum had shifted. If that came out 1 year earlier, it would have blew. 2 years, forget it. It would have, would have done maybe 80 million. It did like 5 million, which is nothing because that's what it cost to make. I want to say about that, but it was a lot of fun filming it. So it was good all the way around.
It was fun to watch it. I liked it. I liked the movie. It was funny. It was Jimmy King wasn't he wasn't the most buff guy, but hey, he was a trailer park guy, man, living a dream, and having a dream and being coached by people that, hey, it's not over yet. It's a good message, man. You know what I mean? So crown him and boosting his energy back, and I like it.
They called it the fat suit because when Canyon put it on, Oliver Platt did not like it being called the fat suit. And then when they did, remember when it was the 4-corner splash?
I remember that. Yep.
Kicked the shit out of him. Well, Canyon was there for the splash, and then they rolled him in. There was some serious boots on Mr. Oliver Platt. He was scared to death after that.